All right, so we're doing something. Oh, my hair's sticking up on the side over here. Let me get that. Oh, that looks a little bit better. My hair's being really weird lately. I've been wearing a hat again a lot. But anyways.
It's because it's summer and it's hot and you just
pull it back, put a hat.
Yep.
Pull it back, stick a hat on it. We wanted to do this different thing where we're going to have 3 videos in our series talking about our IP and our artwork that we're doing. And then we're going to have the 4th video because we realized we need to schedule time off. So we're going to take a week off from the nights that we work on this to reset. We don't take a week off of work, our day jobs, or our families. We just take a week off from this so that we can reset our creativity. And so far, we've done that once, and it's working pretty decent. It's like I get a little energy.
Yeah, I like it.
And so we want to do the 4th video of the month. We still like that because it's really easy to follow in ahead. There's like a nice process there. It's clean, right? We want to do the 4th video in this series now to kind of, since we do less talking on these videos and some videos no talking at all, we want to do the 4th video to talk about the concept, right? Like maybe where it came from, give a little backstory to it, like what it was. This was a Kyle IP. This was a Kyle thing. He came up with this. He's like, I got this playful, cool idea that he wanted, and he wanted to have a specific art style. Now, I talked in the first video a little bit about the music, so I'm going to put that on the back right quick and let him dive into it, because I remember when we were brainstorming IPs, it's almost been a year now for this one. He's been around in our ether. He brought this up. It was late winter. Anyways, so like February maybe. You brought this up and kind of, what were you thinking? What's the art style? What are you trying to pull off? Do you see this being an episodic TV show? Is it a comic book you would hold? Is it an animated short series? Is it a video game? What's the art style? What's going on? What's cooking in the brain?
Okay, so there's a bunch of different things that just kind of like ideas that crashed in my head, and just the idea of doing some kind of detective thing. I automatically wanted to do like noir style because it's a really popular way to look at the detective genre through that lens. Like specifically a lot of the art style and the tones and structure of how I wanted to create this was based off of a graphic novel of Batman that I really enjoy that's in a noir style. It's called The Long Halloween. It's really good. I guess I wanted it to be like serious like that and like gritty, but I wanted it to be funny too, because I feel like that push and pull like is funny. This is basically like our version of the painting of the dogs playing poker.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like, yeah. It's like doing something serious and like cool and suave, but it's like cats. So like maybe they do serious things, but something about how they do it like a cat derails the seriousness of it, and I just thought that
pushing
would be
things
funny.
off the desk.
Yeah, like just walking into his office and you're like, or something, knocking.
Need to go in and out a couple times.
Or like instead of knocking on the door to get in his office, they scratch or something like that. Or like what I said to you that'd be funny is instead of detectives that have guns, maybe they had like squirt bottles and like stop that,
Yeah.
Like, that's funny. Like that would be hilarious. So in my head, I almost kind of think of it as like a TV show, but the way that I drew it, it also could be a really funny like story-based video game or something like that.
That's the vibe I was picking up off of it. Is that those were the panels between that, and then you've got your little like almost like a Zelda style RPG.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that would fit that too. That's what I saw in my head, but an episodic thing too, or you just like a comic, right? Like a traditional comic strip type of a vibe could work too. I think any of that would really work for it.
Yeah.
In the first video, I talked about liking your color palette for this because purple was pretty cool. It's starting to resurface in my life. My grandmother really liked it. I think Marie looks good in purple, and Kara seems to like purple and stuff. And now I'm starting to like, my first guitar was purple. I'm starting to have like this romance with purple, and so it was neat. Like when I was editing this and seeing the colors and everything, I was like, this is neat. So that's where it goes with that in your art style. And I'll briefly talk about the music. The music, I was totally stumped. I had all of these ideas I wanted to do, and I do this constantly, and I keep trying to tell myself when we do projects to not do this, and I keep doing it, which is like I have all of these ideas before the project starts to get fleshed out, and of what I want to do with the music, and then it just doesn't really feel like it fits. So I had this musical idea, and then it doesn't really fit, and I have to regroup at the last minute. And so I procrastinated for a while trying to come up with music for this, because it's like, what am I going to do? This is just different. And I don't really ever really want to put that burden on him, because Kyle's the kind of person that will kind of make it be like, well, I should accommodate you. Whereas instead, I'm like, no. I don't want to deteriorate or degrade what you have just done. I would rather change what I've done. And in this creative process here, I think his component is the chief, and then mine is the secondary component to it. And I'm totally okay with that. We've got ideas though about how we might try to flip the script on that.
I was literally going to bring that up, and you just said everything you just said.
Yeah, and so, but we don't exactly know how that's going to work, but we're gonna try, all right? And it might be a fumble a couple times before we get it right. But anyways, so for this, I just like threw all that out, and I was like, man, I'm gonna make like trap beats and old school jazz music with like muted trumpet sounds and all this.
So much.
And it's like oddly kind of neat, and I don't know if it's I'm a boomer, so I don't know if it's like the Zoomers are probably like, yeah, dude, that's like trap hop, old vibe trap hop. Like, I don't know what it's like. Been out for like 6 months, dude. Like,
Mega sus, you haven't heard of that, dude?
Yeah, man. What do you like? What's some of the words they use?
I don't know. We should probably not go down that road though.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm sure it's new to me. I'm sure it's not new to the world. There's a bunch of talented people out there, and I digress. But it was neat, and so I've been doing this vibe where it's got the muted trumpet sound. That's like sound, right? And then it's got this old organ. The only reason I picked that organ sound is because the name of it in my computer program, my list of virtual instruments, is called Cool Cats. And so I was like, well, I got to use that. And so it all started off that organ, and then the upright bass is just such an iconic sound, the jazz upright bass. And then I was like, I don't want to just throw normal drums on this. I want to just spin it for a loop. And so I got my favorite hip hop drum sounds to it. And it's just so cool, man.
That's what's so cool is how, I don't know if we do it intentionally or if we've just trained ourselves over the years in our craft so much that it's just doing it, is like the humor of it is the incongruity of the seriousness of the detective crime solving nature, but it being like hilarious, irrational animals that are doing this. And then now your music is like this serious, suave music, but it's like this, like, you know, like party beat kind of thing. Is that mixing of it, and it perfectly mirrors like the visual with the audio. So it's a great match.
Yeah, and some of that happens on accident, some of it's intentional. But anyways, I don't want these videos to be very long either, because we don't want to give too much information away. You guys are going to rip off our images and our music as it is. I'm rambling. I'm tired. We've been filming for an hour and a half now.
Having a blast.
We're done. I'm done. Enjoy the Cat Noir. We've got some more stuff coming in the pipeline. Like, comment, subscribe. By the time you see this, merch store, website, hit it up. Links in the descriptions. Follow us. Just keep it going. Please. We're not really begging, for real begging. We're having fun with it. We know you'll like us, and I'm arrogant.
And I'm Kyle.